Hi, it's Miss Soutar. And while school is ending and we're beginning the summertime, I still wanted to post some learning videos about things that I found really interesting. One of those was the carpenter bee. And I made this video because I had a real encounter with a carpenter bee and I got to film it close up. So check out this video. This bee was working for over 3 hours last Saturday, constantly. That's why they say you're a busy bee, because this bee was very busy. While the bee was working for hours, this video is super fast speed, okay? It's in fast motion. But check it out, see what it's making. Later that afternoon, the bee left and I got to see how deep the hole was. And it probably went to my pointer finger, it's as deep as the first knuckle. I wanted some more information about how bees do this, so I found a really cool video. Unfortunately, Moo Moo, my cat, was starting to bother the bee while it was working. And I bet this bee saw that its home was under attack by the cat and it has not come back, which is probably a smart move for the bee, but it spent so much time with all this hard work. So let's see this video about carpenter bees.
There are many species of bees in the world, and some, like the honeybee, are much appreciated by humans. But that's not true of all bee species. Take, for instance, the carpenter bee. In front of me here, we have two bees that look very similar to each other. Now, you may notice that the carpenter bee looks very similar to a bumblebee, but the bumblebee has a fuzzy rear end, or abdomen, and the carpenter bee has a shiny abdomen. Now, carpenter bees like to work with wood. Okay, if you have a wooden structure at home, like a deck or a fence, or even if your house is made of wood, you may have noticed one of these holes drilled in there and wondered, hey, what is up with that? This is the work of the carpenter bee. If you open it up, you'll be amazed to see how much damage is going on in there. Now, from the perspective of the female carpenter bee, this is not damage. This is simply a nursery where she raises her young. And what she does is she'll go out into the garden, she gathers up pollen from flowers, and she'll roll that pollen up into like a little soccer ball, which she rolls down to the end of this tunnel. She'll lay a single egg on it, seal it shut. She goes out and gathers more pollen, rolls it up into a ball, rolls it down here, lays an egg, seals it shut, and she keeps doing that in sequence until she gets to the entrance. She seals that up, and then she flies away. In the meantime, the babies have hatched. They're feeding on that pollen ball. They undergo complete metamorphosis into an adult form, and then they are going to emerge, fly away, and maybe drill more holes in your house. Now, as damaging as the carpenter bee is, you've got to appreciate their incredible woodworking skills. From the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences, thank you for observing a moment of science.
After seeing this video and getting to see the bee close up, I really wanted to find more information about carpenter bees. So I did a little research and I did find some points that you might want to know. You're probably wondering, will this bee sting me? The answer is likely no. because the male bees, they don't even have a stinger. And the female bees, they do have a stinger and they can use it, but they won't use it very often. Only if they're provoked. Provoked means they get bothered. So imagine my cat Moo trying to swat at it, trying to eat it. Well, Moo was about to get stung, I bet, if it was a female bee. The bee also doesn't eat the wood, but it does carve the wood. Because I was wondering, is it eating that? It does not eat the wood. If you're wondering more things about the bee, comment in the video below or do some research on your own. And maybe draw a picture or write about what you learned about carpenter bees. Maybe you're interested in other types of bumblebees or worker bees, or there's a lot of different kind of bees. Thanks for watching, and remember to be nice to bees.